Hello everybody, back here again for another vlog-a-day, and today is Wednesday the 12th, and today was a crazy day weather-wise. Warmed up quite a bit. It wasn't nearly as cold as it was yesterday, but it snowed like hell today. Like, it really came down. I'd say around the noonish hour or something like that. We had probably a good couple hours of it, and there was times it was snowing so hard that if I was out driving, I would have definitely not wanted to be on the road. I would have probably, unless I had to be somewhere, I would have definitely not made just a fun trip, or I would have been slowed down a lot. Ended up heading out for my run, and luckily the main horrible part of the snowstorm had let up. I wouldn't have been out in it that much snow unless there was like trails somewhere I could be on. It wouldn't be safe. The cars just wouldn't have been able to see me worth a damn. And around here, people are already obnoxiously rude when it comes to runners. We don't have any real running trails except a little rock trail they don't blade, they don't take care of all winter. So it's one of those deals that it definitely is not good when you got 6 inches of snow on the ground trying to run through that stuff. So went out, the roads were just filthy, just grimy, sand and stuff on the road and the splatter and stuff. My dog was filthy as all get out. I actually, kind of in between baths, I bathed him with like a, I think they're called like dry wipes, something like that. They're like mainly used for like people who can't get out of bed, that kind of stuff, and the old folks' homes, that kind of deal, they use them. They were left over from taking care of my father and that, and they work really good, actually. They're little swab type pads, like a wet wipe, but they're, I don't know, not got as much harsh alcohol smells and stuff on them. And I went through 3 of them, I think it was, on him. Just, he was so filthy. And normally one of them was planning to do him. He, like, sitting on me stuff, got my leg all disgustingly dirty, too. I was already splashed up and dirty, but then he got my chair all dirty, and he's just dragging the house. I kind of like it to dry off a little bit, then I can wipe him down, and it comes off a lot cleaner than trying to get him when he's first in. He's all muddy type. It just smears the mud. So I tried to give him like an hour to let him dry off, but didn't work that great. Finally gave up on it, said hell, then wiped him the best I could, and then went back about 2 hours later and wiped him down again for the last time to kind of get as much off there as I could. And it's just amazing how much crap came off him, like just the grit and the sand and the dirt was just disgusting. So, and of course, threw all my clothes in the laundry and that. I was sweating like a pig. I had a speed day today, so I was supposed to be running at a 8:22 pace, I believe it was, and I ended up running at like an 8:10, 8:12, something like that. It was I was ahead of pace, and not much. I set my virtual timer up. Is to go out and warm up a mile, then run the speed, then cool down a mile. I went out and ran my mile, reset my watch, then started up. So I had my GPS set for my virtual trainer. I was, I think, like 30 some seconds ahead of my pace the first mile. Into the second mile, I was like, I think like 10 seconds ahead, something like that. So definitely fell off a little bit on the second part of the mile, but overall I was happy with it. Faster than I'd ever run 2 miles back to back in my life. May have been the fastest mile I've ever actually ran, to be honest with you, for a full mile. So that felt pretty good to get that over and done with. I basically was just, the roads were junk. It got to where it's slick and stuff. I had a 3rd mile I was supposed to do at that fast pace, but where I was coming up into too much traffic and stuff to keep getting off the road, I couldn't run that fast in that condition. So I went ahead and actually kind of ran a slow mile in there to kind of my cool down mile, and then I took off running a fast mile again for my last mile, which wasn't paying attention where I was at. Next thing I know, I was back at home and I was like half mile. So I actually was supposed to do 3 miles of speed work. I only did 2.5 miles of speed work. So overall, I'm happy with it. It's not great. I set myself a pretty hefty goal that I don't think I'm going to reach, but it's one of those things, if you don't set yourself a goal that's really challenging in the beginning, what's the use of having it? I mean, I'd much rather fail giving my best than succeed setting a shitty low goal, like saying like a 35-minute 5K. I could do that today, even after running these speed miles. So definitely, I'm just not big on setting up half-ass goals. So I want to definitely get that done and get the goals out there and make them tough. I want to definitely feel like I accomplished something, or I want to fail knowing I tried to accomplish more than I could. I just don't want to have to fail at something super easy. That would definitely suck. So I also got some paperwork in, dealing with my father's estate and that. It's just a bunch of mess. There's some things my brother, when he was power of attorney, was supposed to go take care of, like the life insurance, and that he's supposed to transfer it over out of his name only into the estate and or all 4 beneficiaries' names. He did not do that. One of those things that my father believed he would do the right thing, and originally it said he wanted to just give everything to my brother and have him split it up equally. His sister and the lawyer told him you can't do that legally. That doesn't make sense because, one, we have no recourse if it doesn't get split up in that. So he went ahead and gave my brother, he got the will finished, wrote up, be split up equally and whatnot and stuff. And then on top of that, he went ahead and actually gave Jeff power of attorney with the stipulation. One of the things he's supposed to do was turned the pension, his old original first pension, over to my mother, his first ex-wife, my brother's mother, who was the power of attorney at the time, and also was supposed to turn over the change the life insurance and to go into the estate. And he chose to do neither one of those two things. And of course, the one with the pension didn't affect him at all, but went to my dad's second ex-wife, which makes no sense because she's, I don't know, she stole from him. She basically ran a bunch of debt with everything else and stuff. Big pain in the butt there. But she's supposedly getting all that money, and that was one of the things that drove my father insane at the whole deal. And my brother never took care of, which sucks. And then on top of that, he found out they never changed the life insurance over. So got an appointment tomorrow with an attorney. My grandparents are willing to testify that they heard my father give him those directions to change it over. The attorneys, even the ones for the estate, says he knew that was on my father's mind to do, and I think his sister, but I don't think she has the balls to actually testify, knows he was wanting that changed over to all 4 people too. So we'll have to wait and see what the attorney says and go from there. Right now it's just paying out cash for the initial thing, and depending on whether or not it's worth the hassle factor of if he's willing to take it on contingency, because I'm not willing to throw out thousands of dollars to have a crap shot in hell that it will or won't work. So that's all I know right now. I'll hopefully know a little bit more about that tomorrow. A giant part of me wants to say fuck it and just not worry about it at all. There's a huge part of my body and my mind that just wishes I'd never seen my brother's face or hear his name ever mentioned again with all the crap he's pulling. And I got other people in my ear constantly saying it's not right. Your father's wishes were to have this done this with, and you need to fight to make his wishes actually happen. So who knows? I guess we'll see what at the end, the long run. So that's all I know for now, so I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe and wonderful day. Thanks for watching. Oh yeah, my nose still freaking hurts. Not as bad as it did, but it hurts when I push this way, which is really weird. It hurts when I push this way a little bit, but more of that. Even though my dog punched me from this side, I don't know why it hurts more to push that way, but it does. It still sucks. And running with my ski mask and stuff, my fog vader on my face, it pushes really tight against my face. And running, I was breathing so hard, I can't breathe through my nose because I'm all stuffed up. Made the running today absolutely suck. So anyway, I just wanted to fill it in. Have yourself a good one.